Okay, yeah. So today we are tier listing terraria beds on comfiness. Now, if you might notice how some of these have like a perfect white background and some of them don't. The wiki page is not fully updated with a lot of the beds, and so I had to go in and actually screenshot a lot of them myself. And some of the screenshots suck, and also some of them are just objectively wrong. I also have some of the old and new versions, just because, I don't know, why not pad it out. But yeah, you know what, let's just start. Living wood bed. Now, okay, living wood bed, it's leaves. It's just leaves. Like, it's leaves, it's, because the whole gag about living wood is that it's all, living. This is leaves, twigs probably poking at you. It's gonna take a long time to find a good spot. That's like C tier. Like, you could sleep on it, you're just not gonna have a good time with it. Oh yeah, I'm not using a tier list making website because I don't think they'd put up with this kind of level of bullshit. What do we have next? I believe this is the old. What's that? Palmwood? Pearlwood? That's like the old pearlwood. That's B tier. That is 2. That's like your incredibly just normal kind of bed. They're really not that different. That is in fact a very normal bed. Nothing about pearlwood tells me that bed's going to be any more comfortable than a normal bed. And then, bamboo bed. This, I don't know, bamboo just, something tells me that's not going to be very comfortable. Here, let's change scale. No, let's leave it like that. Bamboo. I don't know why. Bamboo bed, I might move that up to B tier, but like, it's not resonating with me. Steampunk bed. Like manufactured bed. More comfortable than these two. That's not to say that it is comfortable, it's just more comfortable than this one. But again, they do also look ridiculously similar. That's a spooky bed. Mediocre. Look at that fucking pillow. It's a pumpkin. You fucking go to a pumpkin field and try to take a nap on a pumpkin. You are not gonna enjoy it. Not one fucking bit. Alright, what do we have next? Spider bed. D tier. Because I'm assuming with how that's set up, that's like spider egg material. No. No. That is all. Okay. Ooh, don't stretch it. Slime bed. See, when I see a slime bed, I'm thinking, that's like, if you were to like lay down in a slime bed, I feel like that'd be like identical to a water bed. Just wobbly, but ultimately definitely sleepable on. Let's put that there. That's above the living wood tree. Like, I'm putting living wood tree at like the bottom of C tier because like it's bad, but it's like you could do it. You could nap on that. You won't enjoy it, but you could nap on that. All right. Sky. Okay, yeah, I think I have the old and new version. Essentially the same. Fucking S tier. Literally sleeping on clouds, dude. Literally sleeping on a fucking cloud, okay? Like, you can't beat that. That is definitively top tier. Next. Alright, so these are your ebonwood beds. Oop, no, just this one. Alright. Ebonwood bed. More comfy than pearlwood. Like that nice red. Very sturdy frame. Where's that shadewood? That might be shadewood. It's hard to tell with some of these. The wood ones all are really similar. But yeah, no, I think it's one of those two, and that's a solid frame, fluffy and red, like very standard level bed, like maybe slightly above average. Sandstone bed, terrible. Not as bad as the spider. but terrible. Like, that's like what? Fucking, it looks like skin, like ragged cloth. And it's also very square. Too much spring. Just awful all around. Alright. Because, and like sandstone, like all the other furnitures, it's like, oh, it's like dried leather. That is not a good napping material, okay? Alright, let's just move on. Pumpkin bed. It's kind of got like the leafy ordeal going on here, but it seems at least more like contained. Like this is just a chunk. This is just a tree branch you're trying to sleep on. This is like a carved out pumpkin that you would find at like some shitty fucking Halloween fair. I'm gonna put it there, but it's above the living room tree, but not by like a large margin. All right, what do we got? That's your palm wood. So it's just a normal bed with a big ass palm leaf thrown on top of it, is what it's looking like to me. And I don't see that palm leaf adding to the experience of a bed, like at all. Like it's just not adding any meat. I would say that's taking away, because like palm don't have good fucking texture to sleep on. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Let's see. Ooh, obsidian bed. Okay. You know, you go down into hell, you find an obsidian bed, and you replace your house's bed with that. Like, it probably, look, glowing, it's probably self-heated, fucking warm, solid metal frame. Or obsidian frame, I guess, but warm. Very red equals comfy to me, honestly. That is sleek red. Not as comfy as the cloud bed. But like you're gonna have a, I don't know. I think I should put it in A tier. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna put that high A tier for now. Normal bed. It's a bed. That's the baseline of. I think these ones would be a little bit more comfortable, but at the same time, like you're gonna nap on this. You're not gonna feel much difference, no matter which ones these guys are doing, because they're just all essentially the same bed. Mushroom bed. Mushrooms don't have like a good consistency to try to sleep on. It's just plant again. It's just like the plant ones. I should by that definition of it's just plant. It should be like slightly above the living road tree one again, but still just pretty atrocious, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Next one, meteorite bed. Now, this one, originally I thought this was like some big gelatinous substance, and I'd be like, yeah, right along that bed, but maybe a little better. I realized it's actually like a cryo tube? Like a big tube, because like you got the actual bed inside here, and then it seals around you, is what I'm assuming from this texture. So like, I don't know, I'm gonna put it above. Not above obsidian bed, but like, I don't know, high B tier, low A tier. Like, maybe like here on A tier. Because it's like, nothing screams about that bed. It's like, it's very comfy. It's just a little thin mattress. Kind of, might even be uncomfy, but just being able to like seal yourself in and have that like kind of like layer of just protective and comfy, that adds something for me. There we go. That's not a bed. That's a fucking operating table. Martian bed? No, that's not a fucking bed. That's a metal operating table. No, thank you. Get the fuck out of here. All right, marble bed. That's a good bed. Easy, like mid A tier, where it's just Marble's whole thing is just like luxurious kind of Greek looking stuff. That's a fine bed right there. Like that's gonna be like, ooh, that's the bed you go. Who was it? Like that's the bed you go bang the other Vanir gods on right there. All right, that's rich mahogany. that's gonna again fall into just the normal ass beds. Here, let's shift around some of these beds if I can find them. Not that. I don't know why I can move a little bit. Blue. And I'm gonna say that the where's the normal bed? I'm gonna say like that, because this actually, you know, looking at it again, that's a small pillow, and like you don't want a tiny little pillow. It's too square, too like it's both too bulky and too large. If I can find the bloody, there it is. We're gonna put that below it actually. We'll put that below it. If I can find the normal bed, I'll scoop them back over a bit. Alright. Alright. Okay, adjustment's done. Let's keep going. Okay. Bop. That's your old mahogany. That's just exactly the same as the other bed. No distinct difference. Less of a solid floorboard, so maybe a marginally worse, but this one, it seems like it's too low sunk. The pillow though, like look at that pillow. It's too small, it's very round. Round or like cubic, I guess is what you should say for Terraria sprites, but like it's not vibing with me, right? Okay. It is just not vibing with me. Yeah, it's just those normal fucking beds that it's kind of hard to really get them where you get the big solid, like, definitive answers on them. Okay. Lizard bed. Either, like, the most comfortable thing you've ever slept on, or the absolute worst. Like, those lumpiness... The lumps can work, but they can also not work, and if they don't work, it's going to be terrible. We're going to put that mid-C tier, because I don't know what to expect from a race of lizard people. Not to be racist, but I don't know if lizards know how to make beds, so... I don't know what comfy is for a lizard, okay? Ice bed, D tier. It's cold. It's made out of ice. And it looks like it's like a blanket of just snow. Like, I fucking... Who can sleep on that? An ice golem? Not me, bro. That's it. We fucking the ice queen on that bed tonight. No, okay. It's just ice. It's just ice. Above the operating table. But I think below the spider. Honey bed. That's a high A tier right there. You know, that might go low S tier. Because, like, honey, you're gonna melt into that motherfucking bed. You might not be able to get out afterwards, but you're gonna melt into that motherfucker. And you're gonna have a good fucking night's sleep. Good fucking night's sleep. Okay, yeah, moving on. Not to drag on. Granite bed. Whew, look at this fucking bed. Look at this bed. Look, a full mattress. A full mattress separate from the frame, so you've got the frame support, you got the full mattress. Like quilted fucking blanket, dude. Just quilted. That is definitively S tier. Like, it's simple, but everything about simplicity done right. Yeah, that's repeating. Okay. Everything about simplicity just done right in that bed. I think I might switch those. I do think the honey bed would be slightly better. Yeah. Okay. What's the next in the grab bag? Golden bed. Golden bed is like exact same deal as the fucking marble bed. Like, it's a luxurious bed. You are not gonna be disappointed. Anywho, yeah, it's a fancy bed. It's just like nothing to write. Like, you'd be like, oh yeah, I slept well in that place, but like, it's just a fancy bed. The cat's coming on the lap. Jesus. Anyway. What bed? Glass bed. Mm-mm. There's nothing to tell me that that's comfortable. It's just like clear fabric, if even fabric, on just a sheet of glass. No. Like, you go fucking lie on a fucking. You go try to sleep on a fucking window and tell me if that's comfortable, because it's not gonna be. It's just not. All right, flesh. Flesh bed. It's a giant tongue. I do not enjoy the texture. Like, I mean, if you've got a vor fetish, maybe that's like up here, because that's like you're gonna just be laying on a giant tongue, and I can't say it's better than glass. Like, it's not good though. It's not good. Like, it's not good. Okay, what do we got next? What do we got next? Don't nuzzle the microphone, kitty. Hello. Don't. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Ow, my testicle. Ow. Okay, you're going back in the bed. Fucking ow. Anyway. Aside. That's a crimson wood bed. Again, mediocre. Although I will say, actually, this one looks like bloodstained. I don't like that. I might just be reading the texture wrong, but it looks like it's got, like, it's kind of blood soaked. Like a normal bed, but like bloodied. And I would much rather not sleep on a bed covered in blood. I'm gonna leave it here because it might just be red tinted. It might just be like a kind of a pinkish fabric. I wouldn't know. Alright. And then same bed again. Slightly better. Actually, this weird bit, you feel like it doesn't have enough support on the ends. Like, you feel like you might rock a bit if you're like adjusting too much, and that's just a no-go. But again, mostly identical. Dynasty bed. That's a C tier. You could definitely sleep on it, but it's thin. Like, it's just thin. Even thinner than the meteorite bed, which is saying something. The meteorite bed is pretty fucking thin. But it's just thin, and then just like, that's just like a flat board of metal. I know it's supposed to be oriental, but fuck it. Alright, now we've got the dungeon beds. I don't know if these are together. It looks like they are. Okay. So let's think about this. This one, blue dungeon bed. Very just solid sound bed. That's just your normal bed tier right there. The same thing with the pink bed. Like, they're just well-built beds. I don't know what it is, but I don't like this green one as much. Too rickety of support. I don't trust that color stain. It looks like weathered. Like, these ones look colored. That just looks weathered. And a weathered bed is not going to be as comfy. Alright. But yeah. Crystal bed. I don't know what to expect of this one, honestly. Like, because it seems like it's just... If you look at the mattress there, it's kind of like it's one piece. It's like one piece. There's no divide. So if we're gonna like give it the benefit of the doubt, it's like a big chunk of memory foam. Just really, you could sink into that bed. You're gonna hit the hard crystal beneath, but you could sink into that motherfucker. Alright, yeah, that's A tier. Mid A tier. Where it's like, that's a solid bed. That's a bed you would intentionally go for as to replace a normal bed. Be like, ah, yeah, I want that motherfucking upgrade. Alright. That's worse. That's the fucking Legion corruption bed. No thank you. Nothing like the texture of scab to be what you're laying on. Ugh. Alright, celestial beds. Okay, okay. Now these ones are pretty similar. But we've got to assume, okay. We've got to just declare that these gotta be all just A-tier beds. Because, like, you look at that, a lot of depth to the bed there. Like, you can... Not a lot of these have depth. You can... Which tells me that you're gonna sink into that fucker. You've got the upwards leg support, which is something I'm fully down with. So it's more so rating these between themselves. And I'm gonna go... Solar... Vortex... Stardust... Nebula. Alright, so... Solar? Because that's just gonna be warm. Like, you know that's gonna be a toasty bed. Actually, all considering, that might be too toasty. Like, that's not an all-you-can-eat buffet. That is less versatile than it ought to be. But always warm. Like, you are never gonna be like cold bed. Sometimes you want a cold bed though, so that's why it's gonna be like bottom is A tier. Because that's never going to be cold. And like sometimes you want a cold bed and sometimes you want a hot bed. If you got that bed, you're always getting a hot bed. Let's switch these two. Stardust has that royal factor of like the gold looking frame. And again, these are all just they're very similar, so especially these three if we're thinking about it like Vertex, the only reason I'm going Vortex higher is just because it's that like technology factor, and like you know that's I can say for certain that's like a smart bed that like you can adjust, you can control, but also these two magic ones. Who's to say that they can't like just intrinsically adjust to be like the better bed for you? Really, really close one between these three. I do not have a definitive rating between those three. Do not have a definitive rating between these three. I will say that I think the crystal one's worse. I don't know about the royal beds. Like, these might be too weirdly inhuman. These are, like, you know, these are meant for human, and these are gonna be comfortable for you. Alright. Home stretch of beds, let's see. Cactus bed. It's passable for sleepable. Like, it's a hammock. It's just a hammock. Hammocks are not too bad, but hammocks, compared to, like, a full bed, you're not gonna be like, nah, I'd rather sleep on a fucking hammock unless you're a crackhead or something. Boreal wood bed. I think that's like top B tier. I'll have to move all of these down, but I think that's like top B tier. Let's get a better look at that texture. So I can't tell if these are like just little coverings or if those are like blocking up the bed. Because otherwise this looks like a very mundane, actually kind of small mattress to bed, but it probably sinks in. It's probably internal a bit there. I don't know. Again, it's just one of those beds where it's just there's nothing jumping out at me. I'm gonna go like mid, slightly better than a normal bed, I'd say. I'll have to move all of those. That'll be a pain. But bone bed, bad. That looks like dried skin. I would not want to sleep on that. I would sleep on the floor. Unless there's more dried skin on the floor, then I will sleep on that bed, and I will not enjoy it for one fucking moment. Ugh. Okay. Yep. Let's do some adjustments. Okay. Yeah, no, that's